Hey! Hey Aquarians! Welcome to my channel, Intuitive Tarot Empath. I'm Robin here with your general reading for June 2019. I apologize for laughing at the beginning of the video. My cat is currently doing something she's not supposed to do, and it's very loud, and it's my carpet! Stop! I love her, but she's a little fresh. Anyway, this is your general reading for June 2019. In the event that this does or does not resonate with you, please feel free to go check out the videos for your sun, moon, and or rising signs to get the full amount of information about all the energy surrounding you throughout all of June, maybe even the end of May, and the beginning of July. So I apologize if you hear her doing a little scratching noise. She thinks that the carpet is her scratching post. It is not, but she is a cat, and it is a little hard to reason with her. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards with your energy in mind for the month of June. Please feel free to fast forward through this if you do not feel like watching this or listening to it. All right, so Aquarius for June 2019. What is the energy surrounding Aquarius for June 2019? Just to let you know, for those of you that have been following my channel, one, thank you so much for continuing to follow, even though, or are subscribed to my channel rather, and have watched my videos throughout the last couple of years that I've been doing this. I apologize for the spotty schedule. I feel like I've told you guys before, I'm a teacher, so the school year gets a little busy sometimes. I apologize for that, and my summer resolution to myself, since I live my life in school years, is to really keep up with this, post more regularly during next year. I do love doing this, and I love hearing from you guys, and, you know, it makes me sad that I haven't been able to keep up with it this year, but that's neither here nor there now, because I am back and I am going to keep up with it. All right, so here we go. Aquarius, June 2019. So we're going to do a 4-card spread, one for each week of the month of June. So we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have the 10 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. 8 of, sorry, don't know my numbers today. 7 of Pentacles. All right. So, I feel like you Aquarians, you're getting over a heartbreak. This is the 3 of Swords, so this is something that's been weighing on your mind heavily. This could be from, you know, we're talking about loss here, so for some of you this could be a breakup, this could be the loss of a loved one, this could be, you know, the loss of a job. I mean, this is a general reading, so we're gonna try to hit all of the possible meanings of the cards. So I think that coming into June, you're getting over a loss. And the good thing is that you're getting over it as much as you can. For the first week of June, we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like I'm going to move my camera a little bit. Whoa, there's the cat. We have here the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you Aquarians, as you're coming into June, are feeling just out of balance. Maybe health-wise, you're feeling off balance. Maybe some aches and pains that have come onto the scene. Maybe you're feeling as though you're out of balance emotionally. Whatever the loss was has kind of hit you a little bit harder than you anticipated. You're still in the process of getting over it, even if it is, you know, sometime after the fact. You know, and this is just saying, like, still kind of dealing with getting yourself back into alignment. This is something that affects you and your daily schedule. This is the day-to-day, because 6s in astrology are the house of like daily schedules and routines. So I think that for some of you Aquarians, it's trying to get yourself upright again. And it's not, I feel like what's so interesting about this spread is that a lot of you, like a lot of Aquarians this month, are going to beat themselves up over something that they feel like they should have had under control. And what's interesting is that this is similar to what we were talking about in the Capricorn reading. If anybody's a Capricorn moon or, sun or rising sign, it's almost like Aquarians feel this month as though they have to have things in order. But what's interesting is that it has nothing to do necessarily with a particular relationship or job. It's like you're mad at yourself that you don't have control over your own feelings or the way that you're viewing a situation. So I think that, some Aquarians could be dealing with some sort of illness that's causing you to be off balance. Some Aquarians are dealing with like I said, the loss of a loved one, or the end of a relationship, or perhaps the end of, a job that you really loved. And I feel like Aquarians, because they're so forward thinking and because they're so progressive, are easier than other signs perhaps to bounce back from a difficult situation. But coming into June, it almost feels like Aquarians are beating themselves up for not being as in balance as they should be. And that energy, as we move into the second week of June, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And this is just saying that, like, you feel you feel as though luck is not on your side. It's like you can't, in your mind, you can't seem to get back to feeling as though you're in a good place. But what's so interesting about all of this is that it's within you. So it's like you may feel like there are outside forces hindering your ability to feel successful or feel happy. But it's almost like your brain is playing tricks on you. So there's, some Aquarians who could be feeling anxiety. I feel like a lot of, there's some outside factor, or perhaps even like, I don't know, it's interesting, the energy surrounding these cards. There's just this feeling like Aquarians feel like they can't seem to get a break. But what's interesting is that you have two 10s next to each other. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10, and you have the 10 of Swords. So this is really like the Wheel of Fortune is about to spin in your favor. It's like whatever period of time you've been going through is about to come to an end so that you can have a new beginning. And the new beginning is so much better than this. So it's really just a matter of like helping yourself get through this. By the third week of June, I really feel like Aquarians they're stepping out. They're stepping out of the anxiety. They're stepping out of whatever sadness they're feeling. They're stepping out of the stress. This is like the enough is enough card. You see the sunrise on the horizon. I feel like Aquarians are like, I'm done. This is a new beginning. I need to change the way that I think about things. Swords are about thoughts and ideas and the way that you express them through written or verbal communication. And so I wouldn't be surprised if, if you're suffering from a particular ailment, perhaps you reach out to a new doctor to get new ways of dealing with it. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you reach out to, therapists to talk about what's going on in your mind and in your heart and in your body. I feel like that third week of June, a lot of Aquarians are going to be stepping outside of themselves to enlist other people to help them with the way that they've been dealing with a situation that's happening internally. I think that for the first 3 weeks of June, this is I feel like for all of June, this is a very quiet period for Aquarians. This is a period of kind of like dealing with yourself and dealing with the way that you feel about things. Because then, the fourth week of June, we have reflection. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have Aquarius kind of turning back to the past and looking at how far that they've come. This is you tending your garden. This is you, investing the emotional work in yourself. And this is you saying, God, I've come a long way. So June is really the end of the sadness, of the anxiety, of the stuff that you've been putting on yourself. And I'm not saying that to say like, oh my God, Aquarius, just like get over it. Yeah, we have the card of isolation. I don't say that at all. In fact, I'm saying that for some Aquarians, you're really going through some difficult emotional stuff, and you're really, I love that by the end of, like, I feel like you're going to learn so much about yourself. This is almost like the hibernation. This is the chrysalis before you become the butterfly. This is, this is just one more phase that gets you closer to the next step in who you're going to become, because on the other side of this, so much happiness. I feel like sometimes you have to go through these difficult situations and weather these internal storms to really, like, you're going to be so much stronger when you come out of this. Sorry, my cat just hopped up on the ottoman. She is being so silly. All right, so back to this. So we're talking about the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have some clarification cards here. I feel like for some of you, because you're dealing with something that's internal and it's within you, I feel like some of you feel like you're trapped in your own bodies, in your own minds. And so there's this feeling of isolation. Like I said, this is a very quiet period for a lot of Aquarians as you try to kind of like move forward and as you try to deal with, getting over the thing that's caused you a lot of mental and emotional, for some of you, it could be as serious as feeling anguish over it. For some of you, it can be, a little less intense because maybe you've dealt with it over the course of the past few months. And so now you're kind of like, this is the last spurt of steam coming out of the car before we run out of gas on this feeling for this particular situation. But there is isolation because you feel like you're dealing with it alone. Maybe you feel like excuse me, don't do that, my love. Okay. Maybe you feel like you're a little bit isolated as you're dealing with this, because maybe you talk to friends, you feel like they don't really understand you, or you talk to your spouse and they really don't understand what you're going through. But this is saying that like you're coming out of that. So the lilies are the card of, okay. So the way that I'm interpreting this card is about, I feel like once we get into the second and third week of June, we're really talking about alternative methods of dealing with or healing what you were dealing with. So, you see this woman here. Usually this card is about harmony and sexuality, so take that as you will in interpretation of these particular cards. We have 30, which 3 plus 0 is 3. We also have the moon here. So I feel like maybe Aquarians feel like they haven't been in touch with their intuition as much as they usually are. And so this is kind of getting back to your intuition and saying like, maybe if there are certain things that I haven't been as focused on that make me as happy, maybe getting back to that. Because Aquarians can be, like I said earlier, very progressive. Like if we're living in 2019, Aquarians are living in 3019, that they have this very forward, progressive way of seeing the world and the people in it. And so this is saying that like Aquarians are getting back to their roots. They're getting back to their beliefs. You'll see the woman here with her tools. She's tending to her, inside garden. So I feel like this is Aquarians attending to their inside gardens. So this is you using those alternative, progressive ideas to help yourselves through this time. And this is also the tree of life. So as I said before, this is a very large period of building for you. Even if you feel like if you've been feeling as though, oh, I'm so stagnant and I'm having trouble moving forward, this is saying don't be afraid of the quiet. Even if the quiet has been lasting a little bit longer than you thought it would, be patient with yourself, because any period of quiet is a period of growth. And it's, one more ring in the tree. It's, it's growing all of the things that you need for a good, happy, stable life. So I feel like Aquarians are going to have a fantastic month. Let's look at a card of advice. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. So one last card. It's the card of advice for Aquarius. All right. Let's see. Prayer will help this situation. All right. So this is what the card looks like. Prayer will help this situation. So if you are someone who meditates, or someone that prays, or somebody that likes to have some sort of mantra, here's a prayer at the end of the card. So, dear God and Archangel Michael and anyone else to whom you pray, such as Jesus, I ask for your divine intervention. Describe the situation. I welcome your help, and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle and ask that you send one to me and this situation quickly. Thank you, and amen. So, in the book, because there's a little book that goes along with it, so let's take a look at what the larger meaning in this little book is. So, prayer will help the situation, 68. All right, so Archangel Michael reminds you that prayer improves every situation while worry does the opposite. Praying works because it allows God and the angels to offer assistance, since they cannot violate your free will. They can only intercede with your permission and at your request, which is what prayer is. Although your prayers may be answered differently from your expectations, rest assured that you're being heard. The divine mind knows the perfect solution for everyone involved, so your role is to ask for help and then follow the guidance as it is given. God and the angels are in charge of how your prayers are answered, which is usually in ingenious ways beyond the scope of human imagination. Possible specific meanings. Connect with a prayer group, the more prayers the better. Give worries and fears to God and the angels. Have faith, for there's good reason to be hopeful. Be open to solutions that may differ from your expectations. All right, so Aquarians, to this I say, definitely sit with yourself for a while, and if you are someone who prays or someone who meditates, be open to receive whatever guidance your intuition leads you to. So, like, it's, I do pray myself, but I also feel like part of prayer and part of meditation is to be open to whatever messages you receive, because I feel like that's how you move forward, is by being open. And I feel like Aquarians are really good at that, at being open and about receiving messages from their intuition or from their spirit guides, or, from whatever you enlist to help you through and to help you move forward in life. Aquarians, I love you guys. This is going to be a fantastic month of growth for all of you, and that's so exciting. Also, if you, and I said this in the Capricorn video too, if you're somebody who, is going through a rough time right now and you need something kind of inspirational, I will list the link to an Abraham Hicks video in the description box below. I love Abraham Hicks. They talk a lot about how to raise your vibration, and just raise your vibration so that you can get yourself into alignment with your true self and with the universe. And, that also makes it super easy to help you move forward. So I will put a link to that in the description box below. I love you guys so much. You are fantastic humans. And if you like, I'm so happy to be talking to you right now that I'm getting all crazy in my brain. Keep me up to date with what's going on in your lives and how this all shakes out in the comment section below. Or, of course, you can email me at intuitivetarotempath@gmail.com. If you liked this reading as much as I loved doing this reading for you, you can book a reading at my website, www.intuitivetarotempath.com. I love you guys so much. This is an awesome month, like I said, of growth for you guys and movement. So I hope you enjoy every minute of it, even if some of the minutes are difficult. All right, love you guys, and I will see you in July. Bye.